Okay guys, I am back and I am here to show you the best garlic mashed potatoes. They are better than Texas Roadhouse. Honestly, I think they're probably better than anything you've ever tasted before. Let me show you how to make them. I, of course, am going to start with a 5-pound bag of russet potatoes. And first thing on the to-do list is, of course, to peel the potatoes. I also, if you can see underneath, I'm peeling on top of the potato sack. You're going to see in a minute that this makes for easy cleanup. But truthfully, my favorite place to peel potatoes is in the sink. Literally, it stays contained. There's no mess, easy cleanup. Anyway, so we did the peeling of the potatoes and now I'm going to transfer them to a bowl, take them over to the sink to wash. And by the way, let me know in the comments, but I love my potato peeler and I quite frankly don't understand people who are still using a knife. Speak up. What is your thought process behind still using a knife? It's like people to me who are still hand washing dishes when they have a dishwasher. I don't get it. So I'm just going to rinse off, of course, my potato peeler and set it to the side. And then I'm going to wash each one of my potatoes to make sure we get all of the dirt and grit off of them. Now, I know most people would think you don't really need a recipe for mashed potatoes, but I'm going to be honest with you. I've had really bad mashed potatoes. I've had mashed potatoes that had terrible texture, didn't have any flavor, lacked salt. This recipe is amazing. And I'm from the South. We always put gravy on our mashed potatoes, and sometimes gravy can hide bad mashed potatoes or even make mashed potatoes better. But this recipe is so delicious that you don't need anything on top of it. And it's perfect for the holidays because a lot of times at Thanksgiving, we don't have gravy. A lot of people just eat plain mashed potatoes. But these mashed potatoes are not plain. They are garlicky, salty, buttery. They're amazing. The texture is super smooth and creamy. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get that texture. So I'm chopping up my potatoes and I'm actually doing a very fine dice. Now this does a couple of things. Number one, it makes when you boil the potatoes, it limits the time. So it won't take nearly as long to boil the potatoes to get them soft. But I actually like a super creamy texture in mashed potatoes. My family prefers not to have any chunks and not to have texture. So I want to make sure that I boil them long enough and cut them small enough that I don't have to do much mashing with my potato masher. And the smaller you cut your potato, the more creamy your texture is going to be because they're going to be cooked a lot more. Now, if you prefer your mashed potatoes to have lumps, which is no big deal, it's just a preference, then don't cut your potatoes as small as I did mine and just don't cook them as long. After you bring your potatoes to a boil, I boiled them for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to drain them and let them sit in the sink while I get the other ingredients ready. I'm going to take a pot and just warm it up, and we're going to put some heavy cream. We're going to put some butter. I'm also going to add some cream cheese, some sour cream, and then of course my garlic powder, my salt, and my pepper. And I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to whisk this, get it fully combined, but most importantly, I'm wanting it to get melted and creamy and warm because it's just easier to incorporate the potatoes when these ingredients are warm. As soon as that cream cheese is completely melted, I'm going to add my potatoes into this mixture, and I'm going to use my potato masher to get rid of all of the lumps. And one tip and trick to help you out is to not only mash your potatoes with the potato masher, but actually stir them. That gets it smooth and creamy. Finally, I add them to my serving dish, sprinkle them with some fresh herbs or dried if you have it, and they are ready to serve. The full recipe is on my blog. The link is in the description below. You have to make it, guys. You have to.